Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Chewed Up and Spit Out. As always, I'm just Dusty.
And I'm still Jeff.
And sitting with us today from across the country, we have our main man, Charlie.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, great to have you on, Charlie.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been, 10 years since we talked?
I was trying to figure that out. I was thinking like maybe 8, something like that.
8 years, yeah. I mean,
no less than 8.
2020's been the longest decade ever, so.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, fuck. It's been at least a decade since I saw you, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, because you and your wife moved to Texas way before so. But anyway, gentlemen, this is my first official interview on a podcast ever, so I have to say thank you for that.
Well, no worries. Don't get too nervous now. We're just, the two of us sitting here bullshitting with an old friend and talking poo about the industry.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. I miss talking shit about the industry.
Yeah, nothing's really off the table, although we do have to be warned that if certain establishments and people working in those establishments are currently in operation, we had a guest get fired before for comments on our podcast. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I was thinking about it, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't bring up any names.
Yeah. We had one guest who had a good move to not burn bridges. He would just label places as fast food restaurants and give people random names. So he's like, and then I went and I was hooking up with Gordita at the Taco Bell, and then stops like, it's that restaurant actually has Michelin stars. It's not a Taco Bell that we're really talking about.
Right. So, I mean, that's a good idea, honestly.
Yeah, it seems like
out of trouble. I assumed that we would probably get into some stuff about some people that we didn't really appreciate all that much. So I just was like, how can I censor this?
Yeah, well, that's all to be expected. We got a few cooks here off work right now, and just we're having some beers, and Dusty's smoking. I'm pretty sure you're smoking as well. So
yeah.
Hey,
yeah, you are.
Yeah. Ooh, dying trying to formulate a response.
Yeah, so some things don't change that much in 10 years.
Yeah.
Dusty's still burning them down.
I think I'm basically the same. I cut the alcohol out. I smoke like a champ, and I just have a lot of gray hair now.
Righto. Well, like I mentioned before, when I was reconnecting with you, good on you for cutting the alcohol out. That's a huge step for anyone.
Yeah, dude.
I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. It needed to happen. I look back at it, and I feel like if I hadn't stopped what I did with the way I was going, I'd probably be dead. So it's nice to wake up every day.
Yeah.
That's good. It sounds like you have at least something going for you to wake up to, at least. I mean, you still got all that passion about the food that I remember you do having.
Well, yeah, and what was great about when I quit drinking, I kind of threw myself into working to keep my mind off of the booze. Mm-hmm. And so it allowed me to really, I feel like, grow as a cook way more. I've probably grown in the last 6 years more than I grew in my first 20 or 15 years of cooking. So
wow, leaps and bounds.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah. I mean, what's funny is, so I quit. I was working at a place called, which is no longer a business, so I can say the name. It was Dick's Kitchen up in Northwest when I quit drinking. And I lost my job there and went to a place in Alberta and ended up getting fired 2 weeks before Christmas.
Oh.
And I had super bummer. But it turned out to be a blessing in disguise because I had a friend who knew a chef who had been nominated for James Beard who needed a cook. And so I kind of fell into some of the best food and cooking that I've ever gotten to do, just by accident.
Nice.
Nice.
The downside on that being is within about a half hour of working for the guy, I realized that I knew absolutely nothing about food.
Oh, jeez.
It's like one of those where it's like, oh, so this is the level that I'm working at now. Okay. I really need to step it up. So, but then it also allowed me to kind of just shed all my worries and just grow from the very start. So it was really nice.
Nice. You got to kind of wipe away the ego and the pride and go okay, I know absolutely nothing about this level. So here I am, a blank slate.
Exactly. Which I do believe, every cook needs that at some point in their life. Like I think the three of us here especially know we can all get a little big for our britches sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
It may not feel like it at the time, but it really helps be humbled. So.
Oh, it does.
I can think of a ton of scenarios where going into it, I was like, what the? Of course I got this. Why is it even a question? Like, who would even think? Why would I even not have this? And then looking back, it's like, I was a dumb kid. I in no way, shape, or form had that. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
wing it.
Yeah, totally.
One of my more recent humblings was when I worked in a place for, I don't know, 2.5 years, I guess, something like that. That had a capacity of 450 people. And
oh wow,
yeah, so of course I knew like everything on the menu, like, oh, that's whatever, I can do that. But yeah, when you're pulling in like over 30 G's per day on a busy day, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah. Well, no, and that's just, I don't know if that was hotel or something like that. It sounds like a pretty big place. But that's a whole different monster.
Yeah,
like that's like you get into those juggernauts, and it's scary.
It truly is, and I'm not saying I'd never go back to a place like that place, but it's you said it best. It's a whole different beast right there.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, and I think it's good to work at those places, even if you never want to. Just it gives you a different level of experience.
Oh, absolutely.
If you can run a line that's doing $30,000 a night, then you can do anything.
Yeah.
So.
And it also
if not, then you're really good at faking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is that.
It also helps give you an appreciation, I feel like, for like what other people are doing. Because I know me, especially like take it back to the leaky days. I'd always look on people who are in the high volume, lower quality places like that, like fucking, garbage workers. Pretty much anyone can do that job, and I've gotten into some big operations too, and you all of a sudden realize, like, no, it's it's not the same, but it's definitely a complicated job in its own right.
Yeah, the stress level is not lower; it's just different.
Yeah, much different. Well, I'll tell you, I think you guys know I'm back at the Leaky now.
Yeah, I heard about that. We had Chad with the Wolf not too long ago.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So right before there, I was at I won't divulge the name. I was in a hotel restaurant near the Moda Center, and as a sous chef running that place, and that I was there for a year and a half, and after that, I don't have to worry about it. I can get a job anywhere in Portland.
Nice.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like I didn't want to do this, but it was necessary to take the next step in my career.
Yeah, evolve a little bit,
Yeah.
Yeah, but then of course I went back to Leaky, which is kind of one of those. Well, now that I've done that, I just want to be a line cook and not be in charge of anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to go back to the Cheers equivalent of like a cooking place, like where everybody knows your name and they're always glad you came.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, and just have to have somebody tell me what to do again for once.
Oh yeah.
It's like I'm good at following instructions. Like you can do that all day, I'll do it. Mm-hmm. So. That's kind of how I fell back into the Leaky thing. I happened to show up on a day when Ian was there, and he was like, "Well, come back in." So
nice,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah,
I would like to.
The same people. Basically, it's the same two, the core, Ian and Denise.
Yeah.
So it's like walking back into family.
For sure, I was in Portland just for a hot minute, maybe 2 years ago. But I wasn't there long, and I was just downtown for a couple of days. I swung by the Leaky and didn't run into either Ian or Denise, but it was just weird to sit there and look around like, God damn, all the hours spent here,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. When you walk in, too, and it's like, just even as a customer, and it's like, God, it brings back so many memories. Because,
for sure.
we spent a good portion of our lives there.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed.
And that doesn't count the drinking after work. That counts just
Just
like,
the work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you count like the Blue House a couple blocks up, and maybe count like scooters, we've spent a lot of time in that little area.
Yeah.
Right. Well, back then, the Commodore was in the hotel there too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Like, wasn't the Commodore one of our spots as well?
Not the Commodore so much. God.
Oh wait, no, the bullpen. The bullpen.
Oh yeah, the little the sports bar, the bullpen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right next to PG Park, which that place, they went all COVID conspiracy and are like running a speakeasy out of it from the rumors I've heard at this point.
Well, trying to keep the doors open.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, keep the doors open, but keep people safe. That's kind of where I'm. Maybe it's not a great idea to open up the speakeasy style thing.
Exactly.
Climate.
There's been a couple places in our town that have like kind of skirted around the rules a little bit, and like, that worked for a little while, but there's no reason why I want to go out to those places because there's a reason why this whole thing is going down.
Right. I mean, I understand people being upset. I'm not sure. You're in Colorado, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I was making sure it wasn't Texas anymore, and I thought it was Colorado, but I don't know how much different it is with your guys' lockdown over there, but we're up over 1,000 cases a day, and so we don't have a choice.
Yeah.
And it's like at this point, people can be upset, and small business owners can be upset, but like, what else can we do?
Yeah, that's a lot of bodies per
safe.
day. That's a lot of people getting it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, so it's, be upset, but at the same time, like, understand.
Yeah. Well, I'm
we
starting to
all need
get
stay the hell
jealous,
away
too.
from each other.
Seeing that other countries are starting to beat the game. It's almost like COVID's a video game, and we've just taken all of the wrong decisions. And, like, now Australia and New Zealand are like, we beat the game. We got the good ending. And we're like, I don't think I'm in the second act yet.
Nope. Well, that's the thing too. Is people are talking about a second wave, and I'm like, we never got over the first wave. We're still in that.
Yeah, no kidding. We started out shitty and just made bad decisions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like, wait, we should take a left turn here. Let's take another left turn. Let's take another left.
Yeah.
What are you driving down Burnside? Trying to take a right on Burnside? It's all three lefts.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh my God. Oh well. I mean, I just hope that we finally, with some real leadership in the country, will start taking a turn towards the positive.
Yeah. Before we lose more people. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah. As depressing as this year has been, I've been really trying my hardest to like look at the bright side of things, which can be difficult sometimes, but it's the only thing that's like, God, we're going through all this shit. There's got to be something positive at the end of it.
Yeah. I mean, there's got to be a reason to get out of bed,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, well, right now that's cyberpunk for me right now, but
righto. I've been
I literally, for like the last week, I've gotten out of bed, gotten dressed, or taken a shower, gotten dressed, sat on my couch, and played video games for like 8 hours.
Nice.
And not even sorry about it. Like, not even sorry about it.
Well, at least you haven't pulled your TV closer to your bed to eliminate one step.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have a dog now, too, so, like, she kind of forces me to, like, be somewhat human.
Yeah, do the minimal amount of being human. Take me on a short walk.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing too. It's like if I have to take her out after noon, and after noon I feel like shit. I can't go out in my pajamas again.
I haven't even changed my pajamas.
Like it's literally the same pair of pajamas I've been wearing for a week and a half. Like,
you take them off for 10 minutes to get into the shower. That's it per day.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I know the feeling. I've got a bathrobe.
Maybe I should just change it up, dude. I've been thinking about the bathrobe. Like,
it's the way to go. Yeah.
Dude, I'm a sweater guy. I have the giant cardigan grandpa sweaters and everything like that. And I'm like, that's like one step from the bathrobe all day.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's time to make the extra step for you there, Chuckles.
The key is
right.
Get one that looks a little bit fancy, and then when people see you, like I get it all the time, people will see me and they'll be like, "Oh, fucking pimpin' Hugh Hefner robe, dude!" And no one at any point is like, You're a slob, dude. It's fucking 5:30 p.m. and you were in that robe, and I'm pretty sure it's not like you called it an early night. Yeah.
Well, and here's the secret too: you get a dark color so that the stains don't show up as easily.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. I have absolutely no reason to have a white load of laundry these days. They're all dark.
Right. Well, I mean, come on, we're all line cooks at heart. When was the last time you actually separated your lights from your colors? I throw them all at once.
It was probably before the last time I met you, to be honest, or saw you.
I feel like checkers just go with everything, so you know.
Right. Dude, I've switched to the I found the Ben Davis, the black kind of Dickie style pants are my favorite kitchen pants now.
Righto. I always appreciated the Dickies. I mean, they're solid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, these are basically the same thing. They're kind of an industrial, thicker Dickie, and it's perfect for me. I don't sweat trying to find chef's pants anymore.
Righto. Ben Daly, you say? Well, anyone at Ben Daly, if you're out there, we could use some sponsorship.
Jeff would like the thickest Dickie you've got. It's just the thickest, most industrial Dickie you guys can offer.
All right. Well,
wow, this conversation just took a
yeah, it's usually a windy road on our podcast. Don't worry.
And most of the time, we're not even on the road.
I think.
4x.
Depends on how much acid.
Yeah. Well, that's been known to happen.
Do it on your podcast, just not at work.
Well, both have been known to happen.
See, the key is you got to get good enough at the podcast that becomes your work, and then
that is always the goal. That is always the goal.
Absolutely. I mean, you're giving us shit about getting old, but fuck, man, I don't know how many more years I got reaching into low boys or sprinting to the walk-in or up flights of stairs for different shit.
Yeah. Really, the older I get, the more sitting on my ass and looking at a computer all day, it sounds way, way better.
Yeah,
no kidding.
It's not that bad all of a sudden.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like every time I bend down, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get back up. Is this the one? Is this the one?
Today's the day.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty much at this point. I'm done as far as I can tell until I get some type of fix for my situation. Because I'm at that point where it's like I had a back injury when I was young, and all the years of kitchen have caught up with that back injury, and so now it's one of those where it's like, I don't think I can do much. I'm kind of I got lucky to get laid off again with this whole COVID thing, because it's like, already I was kind of walking a tightrope.
Right. Well, I think it was kind of a collective sigh of relief when restaurant workers across the nation got let go at first, because it was like, holy crap, we finally get days off.
Yeah, that's the first run. Yeah.
What do we do?
Yeah. Well, especially with all the bars closed too. It's like you're letting every line cook in the country off of work, and you're closing all the bars. That's the most dangerous thing ever.
You're forcing millions of people to simultaneously get a hobby.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't had to get a hobby before. They had work at the bar.
Seriously, well, how many bakers have we gained since this whole thing happened? I mean, holy crap!
Yeah, I know a lot of people fellow cooks that are at home practicing their sourdough game or whatever. It's like, well,
oh yeah, I started fermenting and pickling.
Hell yeah,
really.
Yeah.
I started making kimchi and doing sour pickle fermentations, fermenting fruits, all kinds of stuff, even dehydrating.
Damn.
Oh yeah, that's the way to do it, man. Make that shit last.
Yeah. Well, you use the opportunity to try to get better at something, and I figure cooking is the only thing I'm good at, so I might as well get better.
Well, sharpen your skills there, hone your talent.
Well, fermenting, pickling, and dehydrating is a good one too, because if shit doesn't work, then you've got 3 very useful skills for for when everyone all decides to wake up one Thursday morning and be like, you know what, today's the day we all go Mad Max.
Yeah. I mean, when all the cows are dead, who's going to want my pickled vegetables then?
Yeah, exactly.
Just getting ready for the bunker.
Yeah. Raccoon meat might be bad, but dehydrated raccoon meat is slightly more tough.
There you go. There you go. Raccoon jerky?
Raccoon jerky? Yeah.
God, these days I don't want to make jokes about Mad Max Futures because, I mean, it's...
Well, we're in that year, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I do believe it was 2020 or 2021. So we're right on track with Mad Max.
Well, for sure.
Mad Max and V for Vendetta were both pretty on track with those.
That's right. V for Vendetta's right there, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the thing I like to remind people with V for Vendetta is, because people are always like, look, it's going to be just like the movie. It's like, no, we're going to be America in the movie. You only hear about them once in one little scene where you're like, no, America's fucked, dude. Nobody goes there. They're not allowed out. They had a virus, and then they did not handle it well.
Well, look where we're at now. Other countries won't let us in.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, we are officially on timeout.
Yep. Well, but the one good thing, this whole 2020 has brought to me is that my retirement plan of just waiting for the world to collapse is going right on course.
Absolutely. Set there. Oh, man.
Well, money's not going to matter much anymore anyway, so I don't have to worry about retirement.
Yeah. Barter pickled vegetables.
Yep.
You're on track.
Yep. Well, you see, guys, and we'll be useful in the apocalypse. We can cook the food, so we'll be saved.
Yeah.
Well, we have some skills.
Yeah. Important skills.
Have you had grilled zombie meat?
Yeah. The first thing I would probably mention to any raider or bandit that caught me and was prepared to kill me was I'd just start quoting old numbers of pre-cooked stuff. Like, do you know how many people before 1830 died of salmonella per year? Do you know? It was insane, like millions per year.
I could save all of you.
I could save all of you.
One bad glass of water, you're all screwed.
Well, yeah, exactly. You guys are about to bring trichinosis back.
Keep me around to at least boil your water for you.
Yeah.
I know somebody here has played Oregon Trail. Do you want dysentery?
Yeah, do you want dysentery? It'll come get you.
You'll be running.
Oh.
You'll be running, you son of a bitch.
Oh man. Yeah, so how's Colorado been taking this whole thing? How are the numbers there?
Well, obviously we have a much smaller population, in our little town that we're living in. I think around the city limits, there's 16 to 18,000 people, and if you count the surrounding area, I don't know, give it 15 miles in every direction, we might get up to 25,000, something like that. And so it's
okay. You're really small town.
Yeah, I know. It's comparable to say Pendleton, Oregon, or something like that. Okay. And so. The numbers have been lower. I think the most I ever saw, our daily count, which was horrifying to us, was I think 112 cases a day. Which I don't know. It's what?
And that was in your little town.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See the cases, the 1,000 cases a day. That was Oregon statewide.
Oh, okay.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is still horrifying. To me, anyway, over 1,000 people a day who are getting this. It's still horrifying. But, I mean, I don't know, the couple hundred a day or whatever that you're talking about in your town, that's scary as hell.
Yeah, I guess ours is more on the county. The whole county that we're in is 100 plus cases a day was our biggest one.
Okay.
I know last 2 days we've got it down to the mid 20s. I think once in the last month it was at 10, but there's several days where it's just 80, then 60, then 100, and then 80, and it's what the fuck, guys?
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
Right.
Everybody saw the numbers for yesterday were 20, so they went and had a big orgy in the orgy tent.
Yeah, let's celebrate us being good, being idiots.
Yeah, they were good for a day, so everyone broke out and went and did the ancient tradition of breathing into each other's mouth holes. Yeah.
That long-lost forbidden condition.
Yeah, that long-lost forbidden condition. We beat it!
Well, people forget that the second wave came after we celebrated World War I with the Spanish flu, and after that's when we lost all of our cases. So we're going to get out here and start celebrating the fact that who knows what we're going to celebrate next, and we're just going to kill. More people.
Let's just make it official. Like, let's celebrate our own idiocy.
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe on the December 31st we could do that. One day of freedom.
Let's all take to the streets for a thinning the herd celebration.
Well, I mean, we're totally overpopulated anyway. So I think the cynic in me is like, well, we could get rid of some people, but I have to be like, no, you're a good person, Charlie.
Yeah.
you don't want that.
I don't want people to die. I just want us to send them out to the garbage island.
Well,
I mean, I do, but I don't. Is that a thing?
I think we're just a little bit lacking on our space travel right now, because I agree we have way too many people. We should get rid of them. Let's put them on spaceships and go colonize shit. That's how we could do it.
I mean, that's a fantastic idea, but we're too busy trying to resurrect the fossil fuel industry and all these arcane fucking things that we should no longer
We're too busy debating over fracking.
We're too busy trying to explain to people to wear a fucking face mask,
Yeah. Or the fact that global warming is a real thing.
And flat Earth is not.
Global warming isn't a real thing. It's all the fracking we were doing, which, by the way, is not problematic whatsoever.
Right. No, not at all. Well, and that's the thing is, I lean further left than some people. I would say my group of friends is pretty left-leaning, but I'm okay with thinning the herd, but it's got to be the right herd.
Yeah.
Well, that's also why I think we should send people out, because they got that little garbage island that's starting to form in the middle of the Pacific with all of our
perfect place
used
for Nazis.
Plastic. Yeah, we send them out there, and we just send all the Nazis out to live on the garbage island. They have everything they need. There's garbage.
I mean, I'm okay with that, but I also like the idea of using Nazis for target practice.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess what we could do is we could raise money for universal health care in America by just charging tourists a fee to go out and shoot.
To go out and hunt the Nazis on the garbage field, on the garbage island.
We'll make it easy for you. We'll set up here in a helicopter. You get a big gun, and you just get to shoot like 15 Nazis. And that'll be like, what, $100,000?
Yeah.
Like, perfect.
But it's also,
bad.
Technically a humanitarian relief, because you're not shooting them with bottles. You're shooting them with crushed up cans. Where you're just adding to your trash island. Here you go, more real estate.
Right,
The occasional potato gun.
Yeah. You just chop that guy in half with garbage.
Well, now they're talking about seceding, so it's obviously they don't want to be here anyway, so fuck them.
Yeah, there we go. Answer to both problems.
Well, I mean, I think Florida should secede. And by that, I mean it should just drive off of the country, just out into the Atlantic.
Right. Can we set up a controlled explosion to just kind of let it, set it free?
And a series of towboats to just pull it out in the middle of the Atlantic. There you go, Florida. You're now the reverse of Atlantis.
You know how mad Cuba would be?
Yeah.
Fucking Cuba would be so pissed off at us.
No, we'd give Cuba so much more space, though, especially if we just pulled it out into the Atlantic.
Right?
Yeah. There you go, Cuba. Now you have a whole bay.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah, do whatever you want with them. We don't even care. It's Florida.
Don't even care. We put them out in the middle of Atlantic and convince them they're a superior society, so they need to live out there on their own. You're the new Atlantis. We ain't Atlanta. That's Georgia.
Jeez.
No, Atlantis.
You know something? You guys are all right. We're just going to give you this. Leave us alone.
Yeah, leave us alone.
And then just let Darwinism just take over. Just let that handle the rest.
Maybe that's what Atlantis actually was. So it was some weird sociological experiment back in the day. You know?
Everyone thinks it was an advanced society. It's like, no, you misread what he wrote. It was actually,
You guys almost had it with Alcatraz.
The word wasn't advanced. It was inbred.
Yeah, just annoying people. It's where they sent all the Karens.
Just all the annoying inbreds we didn't want to deal with. Like, we just let them go.
We just let them roam.
You guys are totally
free.
like the best civilization.
You guys are so smart, but I swear to God, if any one of you tries to escape, we are going to sink this island. Don't think we won't.
One person in a raft.
One person in a raft. We sink this whole fucking bitch. Go back to the old way of throwing you off the cliff.
Oh, you know, I start to think about it. You know, I can't even remember if it's true though, but that whole thing where it's like if you were an Eskimo and you were put on the ice to like when you were older to get pushed off and die.
Oh, yeah, too old to hunt or whatever.
Right. It doesn't sound like a bad idea to me. I figure that by the time I'm that age, I will be totally done with people. And just want some peace. So yeah, just push me out into wherever you want to and leave me the fuck alone.
How big of a chunk of ice can you get? Do I have enough to build a little cabin on? And
well, these days with the whole global warming, yeah,
exactly.
I'll pay extra.
Yeah,
it was actually a tradition of like the elders requesting that, like, fuck you kids, you all go to hell. Push me off.
God, you guys all suck.
You guys
Back in my day.
I'm going to go fuck with the polar bears.
Exactly.
Right. I like the outcome better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't sound like a horrible idea these days.
No.
So what's that age for a line cook?
Yeah. Push them off.
Right, it could be away from people. Right.
But what would you push a line cook off on? What would be our equivalent of ice? A mop bucket? Just have you stand in a mop bucket and just push you off down the street? Goodbye, old line cook. Farewell.
A box of grill bricks.
A box of grill bricks, yeah.
That would probably fit pretty well.
And they float, so...
Yeah. Just float off on a box of grill bricks.
Recycling cans filled with recyclables.
and a glass filled with line wine.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, the key is, too, when they send you off, they'll be like, now just make sure whatever you do, you die before you hit land again. Because if you hit land, someplace will take you in and make you be a dishwasher.
Or a brunch cook.
Right. Dude, every dishwasher I've ever had is in the real MVP.
Oh, yeah. Dishwashers are all great.
Oh, man. I wouldn't want to do that. Like, I mean, some dishes, yes, but not every day.
Right. You don't want to sign up for it. And particularly like in like the bigger establishments where it takes like a 3-man team plus to like run the dish pit. You're like, fuck, man.
Yeah. And there's no stopping either. It's just it's just go.
Well, my first kitchen job was a dishwasher at Sherry's, and that was fine. Like, Sherry's I could handle. You get bigger than that, though, and fuck that noise.
Understandable. Yeah. I mean, it takes a particular mindset, you know. I'm not going to so far say like a particular breed, but a different mindset, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you have to hate yourself enough to want to do dishes every day.
Well, your career dishwashers, too, that is a particular type of person.
Well,
like, you know, someone dishwashing, like, you can be a good dishwasher who's moving through, like, transitioning. Like, you know, I started as a dishwasher, and then I worked my way to... But when you meet the career dishwashers, like, those people are... And, you know, they're good people. But they're a different breed, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They might have some very sagely advice for you.
Yeah.
If you think a line cook is a weird dude, like, talk to the lifer dishwasher.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, man. You just kind of want... You're like, dude, do you need a hug?
You are strange.
Yeah.
I mean, I had mentioned it on one of our other podcasts. One of the first places I worked, the fucking lifer dishwasher would... would like go out of his way to come in and clean the bathroom every time I went in to fucking drop a deuce and just be in there trying to make conversation with me the whole time.
Yeah.
So how old are you
That's,
now? What are you doing? Yeah. What are you doing?
I'm usually
cleaning the urinal.
I'm taking a shit. What are you doing?
Shit, yeah. Why would you clean the urinal right here? No, I saw you walk in. Figured we could have a conversation. Yeah. No.
That's not allowed. No. No.
Yeah.
No. Oh, well, Jeff, you remember Norman Stanley.
Yeah, Storm and Norman. I'm going to toast one in your direction. May he rest where he wants to.
Yes, but he may have been the strangest dishwasher I have ever met in my entire life.
He's definitely up there.
Yeah.
That man made me a real shiv one day and wanted me to protect myself with it. That's like... I don't know how many times I caught him talking to the silverware.
Oh, you only got to worry when the silverware starts talking back.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I actually have a good crazy dishwasher story from recent times. So I know it's one you haven't got to hear, Charlie, but
all right.
So to preface the story, I'm going to say I always used to make the joke when people would say shit's missing from the kitchen and they can't find something in the kitchen. You know, it's not like someone stuck it up their ass and walked out of here with it. And so I work at this one kitchen, and there's a crazy fucking dishwasher. This dude it's a local place. It's a hotel. But he's in a halfway house style, crazy twitch in the eye, all of that, always fucking uppity. But one day he gets fired, and we can't find the fucking plunger for the Vitamix, the fucking blender. Mm-hmm. So have you ever seen one, Charlie?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that fucking handled plunger disappeared. And then we get a new dishwasher from the same halfway house, and he's like, "Oh yeah, no, that's why he got fired. They did a fucking room raid on him, and they found some meth, as well as just a suitcase full of fucking different dildos and fucking two-way dildos."
Oh,
and he starts laughing because it was when we were looking for the plunger, or talking about the plunger disappearing, and he's like, "And they found this weird fucking, I think it was your plunger. It was this weird handle on a black thing with just a big black..."
Oh, no.
So, yeah, homeboy literally stuck it up his ass and walked out with it.
Oh, man. I mean, I will never... like, whatever your deal is, like, that's your deal. Like, cool, whatever. Mm-hmm. But, dude...
Don't put essential equipment from the kitchen up your ass.
Well, if you think about it, like the price to replace one of those plungers is about $30.
Yeah.
$40. That's like, dude, you can get a high-end dildo for that.
No kidding.
Maybe something with curves or contours too. That's not just like a Pringles can.
Something requires batteries or gasoline. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, there's jagged edges on that plunger too.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of. But hey, maybe that's what he's into. You know.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, too, considering that he was in a halfway house and whatnot, he didn't bring much equipment to and from work, which was also where it comes back to the concept of he literally would have had to have smuggled it in his ass, either leaving work or going into the halfway house.
Either which way.
Because especially coming from the kitchen, they search you for knives when you go back into the place. Mm-hmm. So that thing would have had to have been firm. And I don't even know how that works scientifically, how you would walk.
I hope he wasn't riding a bike.
I mean, I guess if you've had enough practice, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not privy to those sciences.
Never an issue that I've ever had to like deal with in my life.
Same here. Jesus.
Well, you, sir, have never needed a Vitamix plunger pretty bad.
Apparently not that bad.
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, yeah, me neither, but I've taken home a carrot or two.
All right, I'm staying away from the stew tonight.
The English cucumbers work better, guys.
And they're fancy because they're English.
Speaking of ridges.
Oh, man.
Wow. Another... There's the other turn on our conversation.
There are tangents on this road that we go through.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
Sometimes you hit a bump. Sometimes you just turn where there's no turn.
Dude, wait. This is the most honest thing I've ever heard. You will never find a group of men who are more comfortable with their sexuality than a group that works in a restaurant in a kitchen together.
That's
Yeah. Well, line cooks.
I
I
mean-
guess line cooks and construction workers are the two that I'd put up there the most with.
Yeah.
But even more than kitchen people.
You're confined in that tight space, you know?
Dude, at a certain point, you just start grabbing each other, and it just becomes, and it's like a thing, and you're just like, oh, whatever, like, I'm totally straight, I'm going to grab your dick. Because we will do whatever we can for humor.
Yeah, and it gets, the humor degrades after a while to preschool.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah. That's how you got a solid crew.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, hell, I could tell you. Oh man, I have pictures in my phone of me just like bending over like coworkers, like, and behind them, like, all for humor. Like it's okay.
Yeah.
Until we get to the Christmas party, then it's for real.
Then it's for real.
Well, it's until they try to take you home, and you're like, no, dude, it was a joke.
It's a high honor to be taken home.
Hey,
I mean,
just the offer is really nice. Like, I am
instead of like
cute.
just being
Thank you.
taken, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to
Back
take you
to your house? Not even the bathroom?
I know.
Fancy.
I don't care how old you get, guys. Come on, every once in a while, it feels good to feel like you're pretty.
Oh, yeah, it does. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why this space is made for radio right now.
Yeah.
Yep. Dude, and I'm all about, like, after the whole COVID thing goes away, being as ugly as I am, like, I'll keep the mask going.
Word.
Why not? Yeah.
Exactly.
Right,
Keep
come
the
on, guys.
geisha thing.
Remember,
Yeah.
it's not for you personally. It's for other people.
Just for other people. Yeah.
Well, you know, the mask gives me like more self-confidence. I could change my mask. I can't change my face.
Yeah. I still think that's
Exactly.
going to be the new tractor also, just like it always comes to where, like, the parts of the body we cover with cloth are the parts that people are attracted to. So it's going to be all about, like, 2021 is going to be the year of the lower mouth and chin. Like, all of a sudden dudes are going to be going out like, I don't know what it is about that chick. She's not normally
Well,
my
do you
type,
think
but there's
beards will
just
go away?
something. Oh no, beards will be the style. Beards will be like the dude version of just whipping out a fucking 1.5 foot worth of dong.
Yeah, you take
Pulling
that.
off your mask and you're like, I've got facial hair under here.
Well, but this is Portland already, so like the
Oh.
whole beard thing is like already a huge thing. Like my biggest thing with the beard and the mask is it gets fucking itchy.
Yeah, it does. And it gives you beard creases if your beard gets too long. You got to keep it
Yeah.
short and tight.
Yeah, no, it's when it starts to get a little crazy. Like I don't know if did you guys ever meet Jedediah in Portland? Big beard dude, glasses. He was on a few episodes of Portlandia.
I don't think I got to be on first name basis with him, but that sounds like a lot
familiar.
of people.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, it sounds like every other hipster in Portland, but no, but he's got a beard that comes down to like his belly, and it's just like at a certain point, it's like that's insane.
Yeah.
That's so much effort to take care of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I kind of let mine go for 9 months, I guess, since the first lockdown. And just like 2 days ago, I was like, okay, I got to trim this up a bit. Just took it off the sides. Got me go ahead.
Oh no, you've had a beard for. I mean, I don't think I've ever known you without a beard, Jeff.
I don't ever recall me not having facial hair, to be quite honest.
I've seen you cut it once or twice, and it always is super weird when you do.
Yeah.
It's one of those, like, what the fuck were you getting into last night?
There's no washing this out of my beard. I cut it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it always takes you a second, too, to, like, recognize the person who just shaved. Like, who? Oh, Jesus.
Who are you? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you.
I'm
telling
trying to get
you
mine back.
Yeah.
Oh, righto. Well, it's really hard to, like, fucking cut facial hair or, like, just hair at the top of my head in the middle of fucking winter in Colorado. It doesn't really make much sense to me.
Now, let's grow a beard time. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you have to have, like, your pre-winter haircut, then you have to have, like, your pre-summer haircut. Like, those are, like, two mandatory so that you can, like, kind of start over and not have to worry about it for, like, 3 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you go.
Like, what will involve the least amount of effort on my part?
Yeah.
Yep. That's typically
Like,
why I guess I just shave my head like once every 3 years and call it good.
I've switched out of haircuts. Yeah, I now get groomed like animals do.
Ooh,
I've got a
nice.
professional groomer, so I just make an appointment.
Is it one that you go to every day, every time?
Yep. It's Kim. It's the wife. Yeah.
Nice. Well, dude, that's okay. Like,
yeah.
I applaud her for taking the opportunity to do that.
Yeah. It's very nice.
First,
Get
for
my
the
glands
first quarantine, I didn't cut my hair at all. Like, so it got to a point where I literally looked like an old, like, scuzzy skater. It was just like, I would just put a hat on and it would just be like hair coming out the sides of my hat, and then like I would like just wear like jeans and a t-shirt, so I just look like this old crusty skater, which just like, okay, I need to just, like, groom a little bit. Like,
oh yeah.
I was lucky enough to get a haircut before this other lockdown too, so I can kind of start over and wait till the end of this one before I get another one as well.
Well, whatever is clever, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, I just try to keep somewhat normal things going just to keep myself from wanting to die. During people. Well, I think routines are kind of important, at least in times like this when you don't know what the fuck is going on. At least makes you feel somewhat normal.
Yeah, routines are pretty important for habitual creatures like us. But if you want to think about dying after a haircut, my last one was a doozy. Took a lady home with I was trying to get a mohawk done, and she left me with a mullet. And I was just like, no. Well, fuck, might as well rock this one for a while. Just sport it like I meant to do that.
She went gnarly on that. She kind of fucked it up. Yeah,
she did. But now we have
man.
I don't know, a year's worth of growth on top of that, so we're okay.
Yeah.
No, there you go. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, I have to like really try hard to remember to get a haircut. Just because I don't like to put forth effort on shit unless it has to do with making me money. So I'm just like, I'll just put it off for as long as possible.
Yeah, vanity's never really been my thing either, to be quite honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, if I could get away with it, I would have my hair still down to my ass. But it's kind of hard to get a job in a kitchen with that.
Oh, yeah, and it's so hot, dude, the heat. That's what gets me. Yeah. The second the first, like, hot week rolls around, I'm just like, no, got it.
Done.
Done. That, and as I've gotten older, my hair grows like to the side now more than actually down. So at a certain point, I look like I have a fucking afro. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Damn, I'm fucking jealous there. I'd fucking pick it out, bro. Go for it.
Yeah.
Oh man. Dude, I've thought about it. I've like started. It's like I can feel it like thinning out in like certain places. Not too bad, but like I can feel it. So I'm like, maybe I should grow it out one more time before it goes away, but then I'm just like, God, it's so much effort.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I try to keep it every 3 years to shave it off, except for this last drunken episode. But whatever.
Yeah, you know, it's 2020. Everybody gets a mulligan in 2020. Right? I feel like everybody gets a pass on anything fucked up that they've done. You know.
Yeah. How many passes is the question? Because
unlimited
we still got some
unlimited
days
till the
left
end of
in
the year.
2020, and we had a 20 day, what was it? 12 days of lockdown is planned, or 12 days of Christmas parody.
Yeah. On the first day of lockdown.
Yeah.
My mailman gave to me
feel like it's
a bunch
Not
more
TP.
bills in the mailbox.
Oh, what was it?
Oh, man.
No indoor seating. And gyms at 10% capacity.
Let's put some more thought back into that one.
Or fighting an old lady for TP.
Yeah, that's the thing too. And I still don't understand who's taking all the poops.
I
Well,
don't know.
no, it was all these people. They like decided to like hoard all this shit so they could sell it, and then nobody wanted to buy it. So, you know,
Why would you want to buy too much TP? It doesn't even make sense. Because
Scalping.
it only has one purpose.
right?
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not like it's a multi-purpose thing where you're like, I'm going to buy carrots because I can eat them and turn them into shit, or eat them a different way and turn them into shit.
Right. Well, either way, it's going to end up. You know how it's going to end up.
Oh, wait, I understand the importance of TP now.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing is TP is only good in America because every other civilized country has switched to bidets, which are way better.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Dude, like,
Good. You just get that
fuck.
little
I mean-
squirt in there, yeah.
We're
hey,
absolutely failing this.
but obviously, though, we are the greatest country in the world.
Greatest at something, failing.
I think the
As I
problem
said-
with bidets in America is Americans take too big of shits. Our shits
I
are
think-
bigger. I think by weight and measure, our shits are bigger than any other countries. God bless America.
Well, it's because the portions of the food that we eat are 3 times as big as any other civilized.
Prehistoric.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Those starving kids ain't got
will-
nothing on my deuce.
fuck. Like what? Like obesity like affects like 1 in 5 people in this country or something now. Like,
At
that's
least.
insane.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. Especially with the fact that there's poverty levels that there are.
That affects 1 out of 4 people in the world.
How are there so many poor people that are so fucking fat?
It's because they don't give you real food. I think Jeff called it this
well-
morning when he was eating a burrito, microwave burrito,
Standard frozen
staple frozen burrito, staple of the poor. And he looked at me and he's like, because I was feeding the dog. He's like, I think what I'm eating, the only difference between this and the dog food is the tortilla. And I was like, hot sauce
Yeah.
too.
I mean, you know, mass production, just super fatty, like, and make it cheap.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it's obviously like, it's just gross. Like, I don't know. I rarely eat fast food, but on the occasions that I do, the next day I feel like such ass. Like, I'm just like, God, why? I didn't need 6 Jack in the Box tacos. You never like.
Oh,
matter
you
what
shut your
you
whore
really
mouth. I
think.
need 6 Jack in the Box tacos right now.
I know. The one stupid thing about our little
That's
like
what you think.
I don't know, bud. Like the one silly thing about our stupid little quaint little mountain town, it's just it was at least a huge foodie town, and so they did their very best to drive out all the fast food everywhere. Like now we're down to
cool.
like. You think so? You think that's cool?
You think that's true?
What about some KFC, motherfucker? All right, I could really go for a bucket right now.
Jack in the Box. There's not a Jack in the
Whoa.
Box within fucking probably what is it, 50 miles to the nearest Jack in the
Wow.
Box down in
Maybe.
Farmington. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
What
yeah.
do you guys have for fast food then?
McDonald's,
And a Wendy's.
Wendy's,
Oh, and a Taco Bell.
and a Taco Bell.
At least you got the Wendy's. Wendy's is damn good.
Yeah, I crushed some Wendy's.
Yeah.
But it's still like...
Dude,
Oh, we have a Sonic, too. We have a Sonic. But I don't count that because it always fucks up your stomach.
Well, it's on the other side of town, too.
Yeah, it's like a 100%. And I've even heard from all the old school people here, all the Durango locals, first thing when we came, I was like, oh, you guys got a Sonic? Score. And they're like, only go there for beverages. Their beverages are great. Never eat their food.
Oh, like Chipotle.
Yeah. And we love Chipotle.
Oh, God.
We're
man.
But
It's been a while since I've had Chipotle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I think one of the last times I had it, I almost died. Or the time before last that I had it, I almost died.
See, I eat fast food so infrequently that when I do, it really fucks me up.
Fair enough.
Your stomach, it takes your stomach off guard if you're not eating it all the time. So like you'll just like decide to get like the 20-pack tacos from Taco Bell one night, and for like the next 3 days.
That's 3 days worth of pain right there. Yeah, you crush a grande meal solo. I think they even have a warning somewhere on the grande meal, like, do not consume this by yourself unless you're ready for a deep form of sadness and depression and a lot of toilet time.
Did you need a colonic?
Well, you guys remember like when they first came out with those volcano tacos, right? That was just like spicy but like super red.
Oh yeah, the
butthole
blood tacos.
Oh, that's got to be scary pooping.
Yeah, like the first time I legitimately thought about going to the hospital after a dump was like after getting, thoroughly wasted one night and, eating way too many of those volcano tacos.
Oh, we somehow lost Charlie.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no. I'll call him back.
All right.
Yeah, sorry about that, folks.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Charlie is back.
Hey guys, sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
I don't know either. That was weird, yeah.
It's weird, but you're actually coming through better this time.
We hit the limit of talking about fast food. The phones just decided to shut off.
I know. They couldn't take the lack of it. They're like, oh no, Cricket Wireless is endorsed by Doritos Volcano Tacos.
That's censorship. We're getting censored.
That's the limit.
Man, it's censoring us.
But yeah, after a long night of eating those tacos and doing my business in the morning, for a hot minute there, I was really thinking about going to like the ER. I was like, dude, something wrong just came out of me. Like, this is absolutely wrong. I don't feel good. That looks bad.
There's no way this is healthy.
Yeah. Dude, does that look like blood to you?
you know you're in a predicament when you have to call, you have to phone a friend. You know what I mean? Bro, not to be weird, but can you come in here real quick? I need you to check out something.
I swear I would never do this.
Yeah.
But.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Now, my old buddy used to, back when we were young, like young, like 15, 16, he used to always try to catch people after he'd drop a deuce. He was a pretty stout dude. So what he'd do is he'd come out of the bathroom and he'd instantly come up to the room all excited to the living room and be like, holy shit, guys, you got to check this out. And it was always something cool that people would want to see. Like if it's a room full of guys, it's like, this is the fucking hugest wolf spider you've ever seen. Or like the fucking frog just came up through the toilet. And then as soon as everyone would run into the bathroom to see it, there'd just be a toilet full of shit. And he would pull the door closed and hold it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was smooth. I never once got by him. I just, And the second he's
cool.
like, guys, come check this out in the bathroom. I'm like, not necessary. I grew up with older siblings. I know the trick here.
I've played this game.
I've played this game before. Yeah. I will also not look at anything you point at.
Yeah.
So don't even fucking try it.
Oh, God. Well, can we talk about for a minute how Nazis fucking ruined our kitchen game? You know what I'm talking about?
How the Nazis ruined our kitchen game.
The
put a new
okay symbol below the waist.
Oh, yeah.
Well, How many years have we been playing that shit, and out of nowhere now we can't because fucking Nazis want to take it over? Fuck them.
Oh, shit,
Oh,
you're right.
yeah. And I don't think that should be allowed. I'm so anti, like, okay, first off, this is a clear stance that Howley Boys and the podcast will take on everything. Fuck Nazis.
Fuck Nazis heard.
Yeah, we hate them more than Indiana Jones does.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's, I feel like that should be a universal thing.
I think it's pretty clear. I mean, you would think most would get that. But also, we need to stop letting them take stuff. Because, yeah, the fucking below the waist game, the fucking old school, that used to be like on fucking Chef Boyardee, like, la la la. Yeah. It's Italian for good.
Right.
Eat my can of SpaghettiOs. Now, that's not allowed because that's fucking white supremacists. Like, no, we need to go out and beat up the white supremacists and then make more SpaghettiOs and do that simple. Yeah.
Right. We can overrule them.
Yeah. Is it still racist if I'm standing in front of a pile of dead white supremacists clearly saying, this is SpaghettiOs now? You can tell by the bloody can of SpaghettiOs I just beat those fuckers to death with.
So are you guys familiar with the whole soup for my family thing? Have you heard about this at all?
No. Doesn't ring a bell.
All right. So you know how Portland here, we've had, I don't even know anymore, hundreds of days worth of protests in a row. And our president, our lame duck president right now, he said something about how we're not, the Antifas aren't using bricks because they're too heavy and hard to throw. So instead, they're getting soup cans. And when they get caught with the soup cans, they're saying, no, this is just soup for my family. And so it's become this whole huge thing in Portland now where, like, if anybody happens to be, like, posting something about soup, it's, oh, no, it's soup for my family, when we're just talking about throwing them at people's heads.
Okay.
Lucky for me, my family eats the shit out of brick soup.
I love soup.
I love a good brick soup.
I'll do some rock soup over here.
Yeah, I got some rock soup.
Some rock soup. Hey, it's for our family. Like,
for my family.
Tonight we're dining on Molotov cocktails.
Yeah, tonight we're dining on Molotov cocktail soup.
Right. Well, hey, I mean, Tapatio cocktail soup. Like, I mean, because it's Tapatio for our family.
Goddamn, that's right. You guys have been on protest and all that shit for pretty much the whole year, I think, right?
Yeah, it started. Obviously, it was basically right after the George Floyd thing, and it's been protests in one form or another since that, every night. It's calmed down quite a bit. The city was never bad. It was a 5-block radius around the Justice Center, which, as you know, Portland, 5 blocks isn't really 5 blocks. It's 2 blocks.
Yeah, two and a half maybe.
Those city blocks are not real blocks. So it was a very small. I think people get even people who try to know what's going on, they get a really skewed perception of it. So I think, it was never. You guys know me. I've been walking around and walking through downtown for 20 plus years, and even during all this, I've never once felt unsafe.
Yeah. Portland's weird like that. It is a weird city like that, where I even remember having a few times where one specific was a New Year's Eve, and I was fucking just shit-faced to the max. And I had gone to a party, and there was a party it was one of the dudes at the Leaky Roof had at a hotel. And I went to the party, got shit-faced drunk, and then was easy, I just gotta walk the 10 or 15 blocks home. And the second I hit the street, I realized that straight lines were gone. Like, I was at that point of drunk where it was like I was doing a zigzag all those fucking blocks. And at one point, I went and I was like, I can cut 2 blocks off of my journey if I take this alleyway. And I went down a dark alleyway, and there were 3 bums clearly smoking crack in the alleyway. And even then, they just looked up and they're like, "Hey, Happy New Year's, man. Have a good one." I'm like, "You guys do. Enjoy your fucking crack." And just kept stumbling on home. Didn't at one point feel unsafe. It's like the opposite of Gotham City.
And if you ever spend any time in the area I like to affectionately call the Bermuda Triangle, which I know you have, Jeff.
Yes, I have.
you make friends with the homeless people around there.
For sure.
And it's a thing where it's like that will keep you safe in the long run if you're nice to them. You know,
it's amazing, really. I mean,
it's
back in the day when I used to stomp those grounds. Fuck yeah, I knew a lot of them, particularly with my affiliation with a couple of those bars in the Bermuda Triangle. But when I went back to visit there briefly, I was asking about some of the old people that I expected to see, and the sad story is like, oh yeah, he's back on the smack, he don't come around here anymore. Or, oh, he just really flipped his fucking wig. Like, I don't know how he got to Hawaii, but they won't let him off the island, or they won't let him back in, or something like that. But he's not. He's out.
Right. Well, I mean, just you look at it kind of from an outside perspective, and you're like, well, of course that's going to happen, and you're going to experience a lot of deaths within the people, and especially places like the Bermuda Triangle, Burnside area there in Portland, because they sit there and they drink every single day, and they do stupid shit every single day, but it doesn't make it hurt any less.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like, fuck that. It's like all these people are gone that they used to love, and who knows what fucking happened to them,
Yeah, I hear you there, man. Like, it was just kind of like sad, like when I went back to visit that for that hot minute, and man, there truly is no going back, I mean,
yep. Yeah, which I mean, is not necessarily a bad thing. It's we all have to grow up and change at some point in our lives, and as much as we thought we were adults back then, 20-something-year-olds running around Old Town, not adults running around Old Town.
No, not so much.
And too, that's one thing I think back on the Portland time super fondly about is like all those experiences, like meeting people like that, like homeless people or people who were down on their luck, and all the different characters from the different perspectives. Is you really get to see those different perspectives, and You don't really realize it, especially in Portland, because everyone sees those perspectives. But, take that knowledge with you outside of Portland, and no one sees that. No one has different perspective.
Right.
You go to a lot of smaller towns, and it's like, yeah, you meet everyone, and it's like, we have a certain perspective, but that's our perspective that's been honed from this small town environment and whatever we picked up off of the internet to influence that.
Which isn't necessarily a good thing. You're picking up nothing but stuff off the internet.
No, not so much.
Yeah.
Especially in those small towns. I mean, it's, and well, that's what, a lot of people forget too, is that outside of Portland, if you go outside of Portland and 5 or 10 miles in any direction, you're in those small towns.
You're in like fucking Rambo territory and First Blood, not like Rambo 2 or 3, like Rambo First Blood.
Oh yeah. No, it's. I mean, I grew up in Troutdale, and luckily I got the hell out as soon as I was able to, and experienced something else. But I mean, you keep being friends with people on Facebook that you went to high school with, and you start seeing this shit, and you're just like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Have you seen anything outside of where you're from? Did you leave at all? You had to have gone to a grocery store once or something, right?
Oh, dude. Well, I just, you can only get called a fucking libtard so many times before you just stop. It's like just talking to him, and you're just like, okay, well, whatever.
Yeah.
Guess we're not gonna be friends anymore, fucking.
No, it's just kind of funny because, I mean, I think about stuff like that. Like, well, all those places are within access to a freeway that goes somewhere, at least to another freeway, which goes somewhere, you know? The small town that we're in, literally like one of the signing points for like getting into the small town, what's it, like 7 years now or something like that, was it's 200 miles away from the nearest freeway. It's like, okay, you know, when the world goes to shit, this seems like the best place to hole up. On top of this mountain, 200 miles away from a freeway, we'll be fine.
Yep.
Fucking virus, man.
Yeah.
Didn't see that one.
Turns out we're also a vacation spot. So
Yeah.
Well, hey, that's seasonal work right there.
that's seasonal work. Yeah.
Yeah, we got 5 seasons a year here.
Yeah.
Fuck. Well, yeah, Colorado, you get 5 seasons a day.
Yeah.
Straight up. Well, at least before the whole lockdowns. Jeez.
Right. Well, that was the other thing about the first lockdown. It was like, at least it was summer, so like I felt okay like going outside and stuff. This one, I'm locked up because the weather sucks, and I'm just like on my couch. Like now, I'm just not doing anything at all. Like you throw in seasonal depression on top of COVID depression, you're just like, oh, this is a great cocktail.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Jeez. Can I just like roofie myself and get it over with? Fuck.
Yeah. Seriously.
How much could theoretically could you set up a system where you just roofie hibernated? I wonder if that's ever been posed to an actual doctor. Like, could you just hibernate me through the winter?
They have the whole like when they put you, is it
medically induced coma?
Medical induced coma. Yeah. Just like go in and just be like, what will it cost me to fucking just like for you to put me out for 3 months?
How rich do you have to be for that?
You take
just
an
like,
IOU.
you know what? And I bet that's why we haven't seen a lot of celebrities. They're all in medically induced comas right now.
Same as
What did you do during the lockdown? Slept. I hibernated.
Practice my dreaming.
Yeah. I put on one of those ab machines, so now I've got abs.
Not sure how that happened. I was asleep through the whole thing.
Yeah, I was asleep. Just a little shocker.
Oh, speaking of celebrities doing this shit, like this is some funny stuff. So I was reading something randomly about celebrities getting out of California, getting out of Manhattan, shit like that, moving to different places, and within 2 weeks of fucking Elon Musk moving from California to Texas, now there's a Tesla AR-15. It's like,
dude, I want one. Is it solar powered?
It's got like some smarty pants bullets on it, I don't know.
It's actually green.
Dude,
It only fires biodegradable bullets.
My only issue with that is I feel, and I mean, it's probably going to extend to all gun makers, to be honest, but Tesla is such a garbage person.
Musk.
Like, yeah, Elon Musk, that's his name. I said, I don't know if Tesla was a garbage person or not. I mean, he could have been.
He sat around electricity and got fucked by a lot of rich people, so.
Yeah.
Not literally fucked, but figuratively.
Yeah. But Elon Musk, he's just a terrible person. Like, some people want to give my money to him for a gun.
What if it can go from 0 to 60 quicker than any other gun, and you don't have to fill it up at a station?
So what I'm about to say is for comedic purposes only. This is humorous, not an actual threat. Could I use said Tesla gun on Elon Musk?
No, he's got a block on that for sure.
Yeah, see, and that's my issue. And this gentleman segues me into my next point. We need more guillotines.
The Tesla guillotine.
The Tesla guillotine.
There you
it's
go.
solar powered.
Dude, it's a solar powered guillotine.
Yeah.
Perfect, dude.
Oh my god, though, what if the Tesla AR-15 uses solar bullets, so it just fires light?
I mean,
if it's a laser gun, I definitely want one.
It would be pretty cool, but still, if I can't use it on said maker,
yeah.
I'm not
also,
really
too, I'm pretty sure it'll constantly try to make you kill Jeff Bezos.
Which I'm okay with as well.
Yeah. Like these Tesla AR-15s are weird. As soon as I picked up, it started whispering, "Kill Bezos."
Did you guys hear that?
Did you guys hear that? The competitors must
I don't know.
die.
I think I'd be down like for a Tesla gun if I could literally shoot the moon with it. I mean, talk about sending stuff to like the moon. So if this gun will actually hit the moon, yeah.
You could shoot the moon.
I mean, I guess there are certain parameters where I would get one, but I feel like the guillotine has more flair anyway.
It does. And a Tesla guillotine. That would look sleek.
I mean, right?
Like the global knives.
Yeah, like the global knives. Yeah.
It'd be really roomy.
Really roomy. Yeah. It's super sleek slide. I can chop more heads per minute than any other guillotine. Just
stack them.
Have you guys ridden in one of those Teslas yet?
Nope.
No.
So I've gotten a couple for Lyft rides, and they are really nice and like massive inside. Like it was really surprising.
It's that magic.
But could you?
It will be the only time I'm ever able to actually ride in one because.
But could you run over Elon Musk with one?
No, he's got a block.
There lies the issue. God damn it!
I do feel like he just has like Musk blocker on anything built by Tesla, where like no matter what it is, you couldn't use it to kill him.
Yeah, I mean, it's a smart move by him. Like I would do the same thing. Like, can I get this to not kill me?
Yeah. I mean, also, I've heard there's a lot of trouble with the built-in GPS on the Teslas and the auto drive, where you get in and you'll be like, take me to the convenience store. And it's like, did you mean drive to Jeff Bezos' house?
Kill
Bezos.
They're like mortal enemies. Kill Bezos.
Kill Bezos.
It just whispers that to you the entire time.
Yeah.
Kill Bezos.
Play my playlist. Okay, playing Kill Bezos. Your playlist.
Did you guys hear that?
Kill Bezos.
It's set at a frequency that only you can hear.
Yeah. It whispers into your Tesla implant. You didn't get the Amazon implant, did you? Because that one can kill him.
Oh, man. See, that's what we need to do is pit the billionaires against each other and let them take each other out. Because I think they have...
I think honestly, there should be a thing, right, where all the billionaires fight on an island, battle royale style, right?
Dude,
they all get dropped in onto the island. They got to pick up their weapons. They got to fight. Only one gets to survive.
Is it like Running Man style, like Arnold Schwarzenegger Running Man style?
Yes.
Awesome. Is it on the same island that we're dumping the Nazis?
Yeah. The Nazis will be to warm up the island.
I think if we can just pit the billionaires against the Nazis, I would be okay with that.
I was saying you make the billionaires all kill each other until there's one left, and he gets to still be a billionaire. And then all the rest of the billionaire's money gets split up and dispersed to everyone else. And then whenever we reach the point again where we're like, there's too many billionaires, we just run it again. Yeah.
So it's like a reverse purge sort of a thing.
Yeah, reverse purge.
Like the purge, but instead of it being run by the rich people, it's being run by the poor people.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And you get to watch the rich people fight. Because I would love that. And that would be a situation where I know Musk is, he's not your favorite, but I would probably have to put some money on him. Because I think he could take Zuckerberg for sure.
Well, here's the thing.
And Bezos probably.
They're all going to drop with one punch.
Yeah, but are they? Because, you never know.
I know. I'll put my money on Shaq. I think Shaq's got this game.
Do you think Shaq's rich enough?
I'm quite sure. He's got to be close.
I know Dre is a billionaire now.
Oh, Dre's totally gonna win it then.
So can I put my money on Dre?
Put my money on Dre all day. Yeah. He's the only one of them who's actually held a gun before, other than a Tesla Model AR-15.
Right.
Which will not be on the island. It'll all be sharpened spoons and rocks.
See, there you go. I see. There you go. Some glass bottles. I like
glass bottles that are pre-broken.
Exactly.
Pre-shattered glass bottles. Maybe some handmade machetes, things like that.
Right. Well, you see, if we could do this now, if we do that, but then we just every year, because there's going to be new billionaires every year, so we just do it I don't want to take away from the Super Bowl because that's a whole event and people love it. So,
Well,
like,
it won't
if we
be
could
for
have-
long because, any of those
Right.
guys who hit $1 billion. It turns out the NFL is no longer a thing because half of the team owners got killed.
Yeah,
Turns out
by
being an old
themselves.
white guy did not work the second Dre's feet hit that island. Fucking Jerry Jones over there.
But I feel like we could make it an event, like a yearly event, though. Like it could draw in money for certain organizations that need the most help. Like I think like every year could be a different organization that gets the funding or whatever.
Oh, see, I was just talking about divvy it up
So just
amongst
across the
everyone, and
board.
then have full Vegas odds going too.
Well, but here's the thing: is like those people have so much money that combined, the distribution of the money would create more billionaires.
That's the goal.
Exactly.
You're thinking
Which we
yearly.
did
I'm
have-
thinking we do this like every few months
Okay, cool.
till we're out
Cool.
of douchebags,
So-
or only murderers or billionaires.
Only murders are. Well, and then in the off season, we have to keep said billionaire in jail, the surviving billionaire in jail, because he's a murderer.
He's a murderer. You get done, and you're like, you get an extra $1 billion, sweet. But also, you just murdered like 47 people on national
Yeah,
TV. We're gonna need you to get in the cell, you crazy, crazy person.
Yeah.
Go practice making your ships out of toilet
Yeah.
paper.
No, I like the old the Japanese movie Battle Royale. That movie's idea where
Oh.
instead of killing them or locking them up after they win, you just parade them around and treat them like a hero, which has to be way more of a shell shock for someone who's had to just murder a bunch of people and wasn't prepared for it. Like, I don't know what, I'm a horrible person. Like, no, you're a hero. Come be on TV. Your mom is watching. Say something to your mom. Mommy.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
we're going to
know what
ask
to
you, on
say.
kill number 3, when you got that boner, what was that about? I wish I was dead.
It got me when I was sleeping. I had the
Don't
boner going
worry.
into it.
Don't worry, it'll happen soon enough.
Yeah. I mean, they've already got knights fighting in UFC arenas, so I think the next step is full-blown battle royale.
That's like the Russian thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
so great.
Yeah.
Didn't the Russians do like, it was like a group like MMA, so it was like a MMA battle royale that they like tournaments that they were doing.
Oh, I saw that too. Yeah, that was pretty burly. I think it was like 4-on-4 because they
Yeah.
don't stop it when one guy goes down.
Yeah.
So eventually it ends up like 3 dudes that are all like MMA fighters, MMA style, just pounding on one guy till he's dead.
Oh wow! Yeah,
The
Russians
things you
do
can do
crazy
in
shit.
Russia, man.
Dude. The Russians do crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like oh yeah, some of the videos that I've seen where you see them and you're just like that's obviously Russia.
Yeah.
Or wait, is it? I think there might be a Reddit page that's Florida or Russia.
Yeah.
The good old Florida man fucking headlines always get me. I love it.
those are the best.
I've been watching ongoing different video clips from a family in Russia that has a pet mountain lion
Ooh.
that lives in their house with them. And I like it because, sometimes it's cute, but always there is the essence of like, is this going
I'm
to be
gonna
the
see somebody
one?
get their face.
Is this going to be the one?
Right?
He took it swimming. That was the one for sure because the fucking lion had a look on his face like, you don't walk into that water with me in your arms. Because he kept trying to get it to come in and it wouldn't come in. So he just like stepped up onto the bank and scooped it up and then turned to walk into the water. And the lion just looked at him like, you motherfucker. And then he put it down and it just got all wet kitty and looked like just a wet regular cat. And I was like, oh my God, that thing does not know it's a fucking mountain lion. It thinks it's a house cat.
But there was that brief moment where you're like, come on.
Is
Today's
this
the
going
day.
to be it? Because it's going to happen eventually. One of those videos is not going to be on their channel. It's going to be on the news.
Right. Yeah. That one won't be on that episode.
Yeah. It wakes them up. I think my favorite, or one of my favorites, just because of how the insane amount of cuteness combined with the sheer terror of it makes you not know how to feel. It's like I think they say it's the cat's birthday or the human's birthday, and so one of the humans is sleeping in, and the cat stalks in, and it's like basically the guy in the bed has just woken up and grabbed his phone, and the fucking mountain lion is just looking at them from the corner in the open doorway, just looking at them while they're both sleeping, and he says something in Russian, like looking at it, and then it comes and just like kind of creeps over and then jumps up on the bed and gets right on top of one of the humans, puts a paw on either shoulder, and then starts licking their face to wake them up. And it's like, it's so cute, but fucking terrifying at the same time. I don't know what to feel right now.
Yeah. It's that morbid. It's like, well, it's that morbid curiosity. You guys remember sitting outside, like after brunch or whatever at Leaky Roof, and like watching the longboarders roll by, or like roll down that and like just like not wanting it to happen, like but just waiting for someone,
waiting and wondering.
Yeah, for sure. It's like watching like once a week you'd see somebody drive up the wrong way on that same street, and you had like crane your neck around, like, okay, who's he gonna hit?
Who's he gonna hit?
Yep. Dude, to this day it happens like at least once a week. You're like sitting out there and it's like, oh, yep, somebody's going the wrong way. Like, how long until they figure it out?
Wrong way.
No, I don't even care about that anymore. I'm just like, well, let's see what. Happens.
I remember yelling at people and having someone yell back once and flip us off in front of the Leaky. I'm like, wrong way, and he's like, fuck you, asshole, and I'm like, have a good day.
Then he crested the ridge.
Yeah.
It's like, cool story.
Cool story. That's a bus coming down the hill in your lane.
You see that?
Deal with that.
Yeah. Yeah. People do stupid people usually will take care of themselves. Like, that's kind of where, like, what I'm just like, cool, just do it. Like, I'll try once. No, stop.
I think that's
please.
the best moral that I've heard in a long time. Stupid people will take care of themselves.
Yay, Darwin.
I think we got our episode name right there. Yeah.
I mean, it's like, yeah, I'll try. Stop. No, please. No, but that's all you get. Like, okay.
Watch out, that's dumbass. A cliff. Fuck you. Have fun. Hope you can fly.
You got this, bud. You got this.
You got this. Yeah.
Is that a new cape?
I don't know. Would that make me an accessory to murder if I just said, like, you got this, and somebody who's obviously not got it?
Well, I think you could argue that in court. I honestly thought he had it.
I honestly, I thought he was.
Your Honor, I want to say this from the bottom of my heart. I was certain I was about to see a human being fly.
I, in fact, put a nickel bet on it.
Yeah. I honestly think I should be compensated by his estate because of the fact that I was traumatized by not seeing that. I was so built up that him letting me down emotionally crushed me. And that's why I've been an alcoholic for the last 14 years before that.
I'm going to need a refund. I'm going to need a refund.
Here's my bill for what I suspected I drank in the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
This only happened a week ago. Well, it was ripples.
Yeah. We all know it began way before that.
It began way before that. Yeah.
Oh man.
Good shit.
All right. Yeah. So, how long do you guys keep going on this?
Well, yeah. I mean,
I'm honestly starting to run out of things to talk.
Yeah,
about.
I think we're pretty solid. This has been pretty fun fucking chat, Charlie.
Yeah. Dude, it's been great, dude. I've missed you guys, and I'm really happy you gave me the opportunity to do this. It's been
it's been really fun.
Oh, good deal. Yeah, we had a great time too, and look forward to keep in touch with you more in the future than we have the last 8 or 10 years.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, hey, dude, we all kind of go in our own direction, so it happens. Like, I get it. But yeah, let's definitely keep in touch.
Yeah, we're gonna do kind of a rotating guest list too of keeping in touch with people who were guests. So I'm sure we'll get in touch with you about jumping back on once you guys get fired back up and cooking. Get the post back to cooking from you.
God, I hope so. Yeah. I never thought I would say I missed work. But here I am.
Yeah, tell me about it, bud.
All right. Well, dude, it was great to talk to both of you guys. You take care, be safe, and we will talk very soon.
Yeah, you too, Charlie. Great talking to you again, bud.
Great talking to you.
Thanks. Take care, guys.
Yeah,
have a good one.
Have a good one.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. And good night, everybody.
Happy good night. Hope you're all staying safe out there.
Yeah. Stay safe, avoid the virus, and live your life to the fullest. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff.
And don't forget to laugh either. Shit's kind of rough these days. You got to laugh at something.
You got to laugh at something. Don't forget to laugh. All right, everybody. Good night.
Good night.